This is Rummy's Corner.
Recent news again suggests the probability of an undisputed heavyweight showdown between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk sometime late this year or early next, with a two-way rematch clause in place. But before an official date has even been set up, presumably waiting on the outcome of Fury taking on boxing novice Francis Ngannou in a few weeks, the IBF is already doing their best to potentially taint and derail the best laid plans. The IBF has announced that they will allow Fury vs. Usyk to take place, but before a rematch takes place, the winner will be forced to defend against their number one mandatory contender, Filip Hrgovic. This potential roadblock has several ramifications. For starters, if there is indeed a Fury-Usyk rematch, it wouldn't be for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. It's semantics, because the winner of the fight would clearly be the best heavyweight in the world. But it is a bad thing, because A, it tells us that we should never expect this type of political maneuvering to ever again allow for a long-reigning undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, and B, it means that the IBF Heavyweight Champion will inherently be viewed as an inferior brand. This type of thing isn't unusual. The IBF has a history of this shady behavior, previously stripping Fury of their title a mere 10 days after he dethroned long-reigning champion Vladimir Klitschko, even though they were aware of the fact that should Klitschko lose, a rematch would be expected. On similar ground, the WBA stripped the last undisputed heavyweight champion 5 months after he won it. Now it's been more than 23 years since Lennox technically last held that unique distinction. The other ramification is that this news almost assuredly kills the rumors of a long-awaited potential showdown between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Who knows whether these two would have ever fought anyway? They had plenty of chances to make it happen, but it never came together. It had seemed this would be a logical fight that had some plausible potential in the not-too-distant future, but the IBF maneuver almost certainly spoils that. Indeed, AJ's promoter Eddie Hearn has expressed interest to change course, where instead of looking to make a big-time showdown between Wilder and AJ, he'd rather guide AJ toward a vacant title fight against Hrgovic for the IBF belt. It's history repeating itself. Almost the same type of thing when, after officially drawing with and losing against Lewis, in his very next fight, Evander Holyfield got to challenge John Ruiz for the vacant WBA belt he just lost. But the belt didn't hold much credibility given the fact Lewis had just beaten Holyfield, twice in the eyes of most, for the very same belt they stripped from Lennox. In what world does this move make sense? It's the same thing here. AJ was thoroughly outclassed in back-to-back matches with Usyk, and now with two relatively nondescript victories, he is suddenly in place to challenge for the same vacant belt he had already lost claim to. Then the other interesting thing here is that in order for Joshua versus Hrgovic to come together for the vacant title fight, without having seen the new pending update to the IBF ratings, in theory, Otto Wallin jumped up to number 2 on their list following his workmanlike effort in his recent victory against Murat Gassiev, which I thought was a very good and very clear win for Wallin, despite the split decision verdict. But you would think that should mean that Hrgovic would face Wallin and not Joshua for the vacant IBF strap. To be sure, Hrgovic should eventually get his shot, but for the life of me, I don't understand why these alphabet bodies can't use a little common sense. Fans want an undisputed world heavyweight champion. It's been over 23 damn years since we've had one. So of course, a fight of this magnitude is going to have rematch clauses in place, with a high probability of a rematch taking place. And now the IBF is telling the boxing world to piss off, preemptively declaring that they refuse to honor a rematch clause in an historically unprecedented matchup during the modern four-belt era. Fury and Usyk are clearly the top 2 heavyweights in the world, where common sense dictates that a rematch should be for all the marbles once again. It just goes to show how the alphabet bodies love ruining a good thing before it even comes true. Like the WBO preemptively stripping Charlo ahead of his match against Canelo, but they dare not strip him until moments after he was announced as undisputed. Or the WBA saying they will forever rid us of the WBA regular heavyweight championship, only to change their minds 5 full days later. And then you have the WBC, who excel better than the others at literally making stuff up as they go along with no consistent standards whatsoever. These bodies are all a complete joke, and the recent genius from the IBF further drives this point home. These alphabet bodies really need to evolve with the times, where top fighters barely fight once a year anymore. Sometimes you just gotta let things play out without an over-eagerness to strip in their shady pay-to-play ranking schemes. These alphabet bodies suck out loud to the point that I think the best thing for boxing would be if the winner of Fury vs. Usyk takes a page from Riddick Bowe's book and just throws all 4 belts in the trash can, telling the alphabet bodies to all get bent. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful night. This is Rummy's Corner.
You know, Quasimodo predicted all this.